joining us on another episode. It's a rainy day in Pennsylvania, and we're heading into Evans City. Right, coming into the cemetery, getting close. It's going to be up here on the right in a little bit. Oh, there it is there. It's on the left. So they came from that direction. This stuff here. Wow. Here we are. Now they came from the other direction and made that hard right. But here we are. It was a different sign. It was like I think it was like an old stop sign or something, an old orange sign. Fantastic. What a beautiful place. What a beautiful. And here they came up. Of course, Johnny's complaining. Why do we have to do this every year? I think it was an uncle's grave they were supposedly visiting. Oh wow, since 1891, this cemetery. So this is where they parked their car right here. And this is where the zombie came and banged on the window for Barbara. And it looks like the car would have come around here, because remember she couldn't start it and it rolled. But apparently I read that it didn't roll down here because it was too steep, and they actually rolled it down this way. So it would have hit one of those trees right over there. Maybe that tree. So Barbara knelt right here on this grave, George and Grace Cole. She knelt right here. I can reenact this scene, and she's praying. God, I feel like
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish, you can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
I hope it's not disrespectful to the Cole family that people come out here. And she was praying here and put the cross right there. And Johnny was so funny. I just loved his character. He was so sarcastic and funny. I don't know why we have to come out here. What happens to the one we put last year? Oh God. Right. Joe's holding the camera now. Thank you, Joe. So after, so she's paying their respects to I think it was the uncle who died. I think it was an uncle, not their father. And just to the left of the Blair Stone, and right where you see this gully here, is where the zombie first appears. So it would be back maybe where those tall trees are. That's my guess, over there, like past that stone. And he's just kind of wandering over there.
You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out.
so it all happened in this little area right between this kind of gully here and that sort of road. And so the zombie keeps wandering, and then at one point he kind of brushes up against Barbara and starts going after her. I think that would have been right around here. He gets closer, and then he attacks her, and then Johnny comes to the rescue, and then, because Johnny was over here, Johnny comes to the rescue, and they're struggling and fighting, and then poor Johnny, he hit his head right here. I'm not going to get down there, but on the Myers grave. So he would have landed, I guess I can, he would have landed right about here and been sprawled out. So we don't see Johnny again till he's a zombie outside the house. That beautiful scene where she says, "Johnny, Johnny," and she thinks he's alive, and she goes into his arms outside the house, and of course she dies. I think that film is so great on so many levels. Obviously she loved her brother, even though they were kind of sparring at the beginning. And the acting was so good. Dwayne Jones, who played the lead, he was amazing. I mean, that guy was top notch. So, okay, so Johnny dies here, and Barbara, of course, she's like she's like traumatized. She was watching from about here, and then this is where you see the famous scene where this is the grave of Kramer, G.L. Kramer. I love these old graves, who died in 1885, and she's right here, and so petrified, looking like, I loved her hair too, but she looked so scared. Might have been right from this angle. So, she was such a great actress, Judith. So, and then the zombie chases her. Look at this grave, and it's also a baby that died 7 months old.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. But that's the famous shot, and you see the Kramer, the name. So it was right here. Famous shot. All right. So after Barbara, after Johnny died over there, obviously Barbara was, I don't know what you'd call, more than petrified, in shock. She comes stumbling over here, loses her shoes, and then at one point she falls, and she falls right here at this grave. The name is Heiser. It's starting to rain here. And I think she just kind of sprawls out here. She loses both her little cute flat shoes. The zombie's coming towards her, and then she gets in the car. And then this is the famous scene where he gets a brick or a... tries to break the window, and she can't start the car, but she ends up rolling it and getting away from him because it's kind of steep there. And she looks like she rolls down that way to the right and gets away from him. But as I said at the beginning of the video, that I guess was too steep, and they actually cut the shot, and she actually rolled down over there and hit a tree over there. It's just like movie magic how they cut things up. And then that's pretty much the end of the graveyard scene. When she hits one of those trees over there, and apparently the car was already dented. I don't know if his grandmother had dented the car or Russ had dented the car, but it was already dented, so they could film that. It looked like they dented the car in the tree. So, 2 days of filming magic. Best horror movie, or one of the best ever in my opinion, and probably a lot of other people too. So that wraps up our tour. We're gonna get, not in a cool car like they had, but we're gonna get in our car and go check out or try to find where the, if we can, where the house was, which isn't there anymore, but we'll go look. All right, be seeing ya. Right, so this is the famous scene where the authorities get involved. They're starting to shoot the zombies. Might be also where I always love that line where the sheriff says, yeah, they're dead, they're all messed up. It was right here at this bridge. Beautiful. It's really a nice place. I'm just going to shoot the river here. There's a car coming. Ooh, it's an old bridge. Look at that. And look how pretty. Really is a beautiful part of the country. Evans City, Pennsylvania. Love it. Love it. And we're going to continue. We just parked. We're going to continue and then take a look at where the house stood. Okay, we found the house on Ashtop Road. So these fields right here is where the zombies would have been filmed walking around. Interesting that there's houses right here. And then the old house is not here anymore, but it's right there. I'm not going to go down that road, but there it is. Probably the most famous location for, or one of the most famous for any house in a horror movie. That's where it was. I don't know when the house was knocked down, but at some point it was. Looks like a very, very cute, house's cabin is in its place. So that's where that big old white house was. Till the next time, be seeing ya.